So it shouldn't be a lonely announcer, it shouldn't be a lonely soul. No, it's because so they sought out Talmud Chachamim. They appreciated what Talmud Chachamim is, that the Talmud and supported them. That the Talmud Chachamim should say Kaddish for those that know they say Kaddish for. The calendar went down the road, and successfully their business went downhill. They lost their business, and the wife lost her husband, and it meant so much to her that you feel she should have good say Kaddish. So she went to the group of Talmud. She said, I'm going to please continue saying Kaddish whoever is Hashem will help me, I'll be able to continue helping you. He said, don't be concerned, that's no problem, we'll say Kaddish. Like kids, so she continued to try to support that they should say Kaddish, and they should geholfen, she was a simcha. She had a daughter that she had to marry off. She didn't have what was college. She was struggling to put together what a chasna cost and to set up her daughter with a home. So she was unstable what to do, and she was in a dilemma. So she's walking in the street, and her path crosses a yid, an ageless. He looked like who knows how old. And he said to her, I understand that you have a daughter that you have to marry off, and you're struggling to put together the funds. He said, I'm going to help you. I want to make out a check to cover the chasna, but I want to make sure that the bank will cash it, so if you have somewhere to go, that two witnesses should witness my signature, and you'll have witnesses to prove that I issued this check. So she went to attack it in groups on the one of them happened to be Rabbi Sonnenfeld, the book at that time. So he made a very substantial check to cover the whole chasna, and he signed it in front of these two witnesses, and he said, Mar Hashem, tomorrow morning, go first thing in the morning to the bank, and be sure to cash that check. He said, but listen to me, do not delay, go first thing in the morning to the bank and cash the check. So she goes home, she makes a struggle. Next morning she gets up bright and early, and she wants to follow his directive. So she presents a check for payment, for cashing at the bank in the morning. So the teller says, just a moment, and he pushes a button behind him, and out comes a gentleman. He says, come inside, I want to see you. So she goes inside to take a seat. She said, would you be able to recognize, if I showed you a picture of the man who I believe gave you that check, would you be able to recognize him? She said, I think so. Yeah, she said, we had a discussion for a little while. I was curious to know what did he want. Bill Defender, some stranger, what does he come to your check? And yes, so we had a conversation for a while. I believe so. So he bends over to his desk, and to the bottom of the drawer he opens up a framed picture, and he says, this picture, is this what the man looked like? She said, yes, that's what he looks like. He fell in a dead faint. Took a couple minutes, but give minutes till they woke him up. She said, you're sure that that's the man that gave you that check? She said, yes. That man was my father. He's gone 10 years already. And you saw him, he gave you that check? She said, yeah, definitely, no question about it. She said, let me tell you something. She said, for weeks now, I've been having chalaim dreams, and my father keeps coming to me and telling me, he says he's going to send somebody to me, he says, and I want you to cash a check for her. So he wakes up, he tells his wife, he said, I have this dream, so I'll forget about that. It's sense, the dream has nothing, it's nothing. Then he said he had, a week later he had the dream again. He said, finally, he said, about 3 times I had the same vision, the same dream, and now you're here. And he told me in his dream, he said that from the time that you became estranged and you married Rabbi Hashikse, and you didn't say Kaddish for me, I didn't have any menucha in the next world. He said the only way that I found some menuchas and peace was because this lady, she arranged somebody should say Kaddish for me. And that's the way to discern the punishment I was receiving. I'm going to send her to you and be sure to help her with the check. So he said, now here you are. So the end of the story was that his wife, she did a gerus, and then they gave her a conversion, and the father came to him in the dream again. He told him now he has shalom of this world. So this is the power of what a Kaddish does. You make the thing, you come to shul, and you say Kaddish 10 minutes, not later, but when it does in the next world, we can never go. And some of our greatest people, some of our Ukel Sager was a ger. Our greatest people were ger. The one of Bali Toys was Rabbi Ger. Bali Toys was Rabbi Ger. He said, Pshat, the Gemara says, Koshim gave him Yisroel, they gave him a very difficult to eat for Klal Yisrael, because, why? He said, because they suffer by comparison. Because gave him many times, much more, there's years of misses, they're more devout than someone who grew up with the Yeshua Tzatman.